Hi folks, we're here with the new Vapor Chief Steam Vacuum Tool, and we have a spot on the seat of this Volkswagen that we're going to take care of with the extraction method. So we have our steam and vacuum hose, and here's our gun, and it's as simple as putting our suction tool onto the vacuum part and onto our nipple, and then we have to lock it in. We'll show this in the introduction video, but this has to be locked in so it won't pull off. So it's as simple as that. Our steam trigger is here to release steam. So as we release steam, that gives us our steam onto the seat, but we have to manually turn our own vacuum on because our vacuum hose connects to the vacuum hose of the vacuum of your choice. Now for those of you with the 125 injection machine, if you wanted injection, you would operate the injection with the back button. It's the same as your injection switch on the back of the steam hose on the injection machine. So what we'll do is we'll show you the stain that we have on the front seat of this Volkswagen here. Now, I guess coffee or something was spilled on the seat, and it's a fairly decent stain, and it's a fairly decent amount of dirt. Now, if you just have a steamer, we could probably get this up with just a steamer. If you put the triangle brush on the end of your gun, you could work that with just the steamer and probably do a great job. Come back, wipe it up with a microfiber towel, and then give it a quick vacuum with your own vacuum, and you'd be fine. I wouldn't say this is mandatory to use the steam vacuum attachment with it, but I think we'll do a decent job. So we're gonna attack this with the steam vacuum, and just to show you the setup real quick again, we're using our own shop vac. We have our steam vacuum hose connected to our vacuum hose on the vacuum, and of course there's the steamer. Now that's the 125 injection machine. We're not going to use injection with this. With a seat, we don't want to get the seat too wet, so we're only going to use steam only. And for those of you with the 75 or the 100 machine, you only have steam only. So we're going to start the process. Once I turn the vacuum on, I probably won't be able to talk over the vacuum noise. So I'm going to turn the vacuum on and start working the stain. And here's our suction. Now let's just recap what we were doing. You probably saw in the video the dirt as a normal extractor. Your dirt is being lifted and sucked into the clear plastic tube. Now in certain spots, obviously we want to get into the seams of the seat down in here. That would have been better with our triangle brush or one of the nozzles with a brush on it. And we've gone over it a number of times, but the seat's really not wet. So that's the advantage of using the steam vacuum attachment on the seat with steam only. If we would have tried to use injection here, we would have got the seat too wet, and as with a regular carpet extractor, we would have got everything soaking wet, and that's not our goal. So let's go back, give it a few more passes. We'll focus on the dirt coming up through here, so the steam is lifting the dirt. I'll just give it another couple of passes on this seat, and we'll see where we are, and we'll finish the demonstration video with that. I have to turn the vacuum back on. Now we're going to finish this up by just using the vacuum. We've used the steam already. I want to finish this up by just using the vacuum. Now if I continue to use extraction at this point, basically what I'm doing is I'm sucking up any residual wetness that's gotten in the seat cushion. So we don't really want to do that, so I want to finish it by just using the vacuum. And by finishing with just the vacuum, you saw that the wetness that I was picking up, the staining was getting less and less and less. So the more we kept putting down wetness, even in the steam mode, the more we're picking up, but we're picking it up in the seat cushion. So we don't want the seat cushion leaking up back into the fabric after a day or two. So I don't have a towel with me. I mean, what I would do now is I would wipe that dry, I would get into the seams. Now, as we're steaming the rest of the interior, you might have noticed the cup holder, the shifter area is extremely dirty, so we'd be steaming that with our regular steam hose and then catching up on any of the stuff that's still in the crack and crevice there. But the seat came out really well, and the seat's not extremely wet. Now, this is going to work with your 75 machine, it's going to work with the 100 machine, and we just used the 125 machine. But we had that down, we had the pressure turned down a little bit, so the 125 that we have plugged in here was actually operating as the 100 machine. But we hope you get an idea of the vacuum attachment. Look at our introductory videos, and we have a couple more videos on this tool, which we hope it'll be a big hit, because we think with this you'll forget about the need to buy a separate heated carpet extractor. And as always, call us if you have any questions.